Okay, this is an introductory video for making business cards with the TeX environment. And this is our target document, Metro Entertainment VPU. The VPU stands for Vehicle Protection Unit, featuring Dr. Jeremy DeWitte, who does clown appearances, balloons, not an impersonator impersonations, lowrider ambulance tours of Orlando, Rolex with 2 L's, Motor Munchkin watches, and he's got an email address, which you can see at the bottom there. And I'll go over the code guide here. Experimentation is the best way to learn coding. If you can learn how to type, you can learn how to code. And own it. That means apply your own content to the things you learn here. It's the easiest way to make things sink in. And file extension, always use the .tex file extension. Code modifications, pay attention to the lines with the green comments. Those are the ones to watch. And line numbers. You'll see line numbers along the left side of the code blocks in sort of a blue color. Do not type in the line numbers. Your code will not compile if you do. And code demos for all the code blocks that you see here. You'll see resized images of PDF documents produced from those code blocks. So it's an automated process, so you shouldn't have any typos or coding errors. The code you see is the code that actually produced the PDFs. And this is the code for our finished document. And with a lot of blank lines, you get just 27 lines of code altogether. And once again, that's the finished document. We're going to start out simple. At lines 1 and 2, we're setting the width and the height of the page. And you can see here it's 3.5 by 2. That's the size of a standard business card in the United States. And the only output for this document is Metro Jeremy at this point. So we're just starting out, and there it is. That's where we're at now. Okay, and now we're just going to add a whole lot of just simple text. So you can see we're just adding text, and after we add this, it's going to be a mess. You know, there's no formatting, there's no markup, there's nothing. And there it is. It's a total mess. It's not where it should be on the screen. Nothing but problems. Okay, so we're going to kind of move everything to the left horizontally. On line 3, you see the horizontal offset minus 0.8 inches, so we're moving to the left, and we're moving up by 0.8 inches on line 4. So now we're moved up and to the left, but it's still a mess. And you see the spacing, lines 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. What we're doing is we're spacing for paragraphs. So these are basically all separate paragraphs, and that should kind of organize things a little bit here. So there you kind of see it, but we're still jogged too far to the right. We need to move further to the left, and what we're going to do for that is, you see lines 6, 8, 10, 12, etc. The start of those lines, you see the no indent tag, and that basically makes sure that you're not indenting for these paragraphs. So that's going to move further to the left. And there you see it. We're further to the left, kind of where we need to be. Okay, and then we don't need page numbers. I didn't see anything, but see on line 3, no page numbers, so we don't want the page numbers. And we're changing some fonts here. Like on line 7, you see the \BF, that's boldface. Line 9, \RM, that's for Roman fonts. So we're changing some fonts. And there you see it. You see the first line is bold, and you see some metallics in there, and things are a little different now. Okay, and we're going to add an underline. We're going to do it in a mathematical environment, so we got to adjust the spaces, which is what the backslashes are for. On line 9, you see within the dollar symbols, so we're kind of formatting that with an underline, and it's going to be accented. And we're using some quotes. Like on line 15, you see not an impersonator in quotes, and you see a difference between the left quotes and the right quotes. The left quotes are actually made with the accent character on your keyboard, two single accent characters, and the right quotes are made with 2 single quotes. And that's how that's done, and it's done again on line 19. So there you can see the quotes have been changed. You see the underline under Dr. Jeremy DeWitte. And we're adding some spacing here on line 9. You got a small skip. And on line 23 you got a big skip. So we're adding some spacing in there. And everything's kind of spaced out a little bit better now. And I think that's it. That's it for the code. So, or correction, no, it's not. We're going to add some logos here. So you see on line 7, or not 7, 11, 13, 15, etc. You see the within the dollar symbols. You see the O plus, the O plus command. That's going to give us what looks like a rifle scope. It's a mathematical expression, but we're not doing any math here. We just want what looks like a scope. So we're using that, and then we go down here on line 25, and we're using, once again within a mathematical environment, we're using the dagger symbol. So you see along the left, you see those graphics. For instead of bullets, we're using what look like rifle scope marks, and then we're using the dagger for the email address. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for the code. And that should be it for this document. And that is our final document. So that's using TeX to make business cards.